Good day unto you, and here we are with the Woodland Realm, and this is just a nice reminder of just the cluster we are currently in, and we did just obviously sally out against the Dunlandings, but they're still there. They're still here as well, and then Isengard is still over here being a real pain in the arse. And up here, Gundabad are also being a real pain. But we can at least take out this very small force that we've got here, I think. Anyway, I think some of these forces... Okay, there we go. So with that, we can take these out. I'm going to do this off screen, but yeah, it's just Snow Orc Scouts and some Warg Marauders. So just BRB.
Evil must not be allowed to triumph this day. In these trees no longer.
I mean, it didn't go very well, because I did actually, whilst I was looking away from the screen, I did actually get charged by their wargs, so we took a bit of a hit on the Woodland Scouts, but oh well. Now, we could go and potentially attack Captain Tarzan over here, but I'm pretty sure if we just have a look at what they've got, they do have snow trolls and like a whole bunch of their elites. And for that reason, to be honest, I'm just going to relinquish my hold on Gundabad, and I'm just going to destroy all these recruitment buildings. I'll leave everything else because eventually I probably will get it myself. And I mean, Gundabad are going to lose. It's just a matter of do the dwarves beat me to it. I'm not overly bothered at this point whether they take it or I get it. But I am going to wait for these folks to show up, because, you know, it's good to attack with one solid force, and then we'll take minimal losses, rather than perhaps eke out a victory here, lose a couple of units, and then not be able to take out the Frostlands region over there. So that's that for this turn. We do still actually, we have a lot of money all of a sudden, because I just destroyed all those things. So how about we... Well, I'll retrain those guys last. Now, down here in the south, it's about time that we actually start marching out. We just need to get a move on, I think. So all these guys move on down here. And do you really need to be upgraded? Well, I suppose you don't need to be immediately at the front line, so go for it. And then over here as well, you come down here immediately. We're going to have a lot of generals in that first army, but... oh well, we've got a lot of generals. And just to make sure that we've already moved all these, yes we have. And there's nothing really to spend our money on, to be honest. Oh, get those Hinadaur. Can we get them anywhere else? No, we can't. But we should get just more troops, really. Because once the first army goes, of course, we'll need a steady stream of units coming to reinforce. We can't just go in there expecting to win with one army. So now we'll pop those in the retraining, and these doing the retraining. And oh, look at that! All of our money's gone. But let's see what happens over the end turn. I doubt it's going to be particularly good for us. Oh, it looks like we're losing Khazad Dum West. There's no point even fighting this. We've got no towers. Oh, that's annoying. And also Gundabad, goodbye. Mount Gundabad reclaimed. Now, that does make it a bit of a pain, because, of course, now they get that ginormous garrison in there once again. Oh, but that was quite nice of the nobles to give us such a hefty bonus. So you guys keep on moving that way. Probably not a good idea, really, to have had these right outside our settlement, because if they attack us, they'll draw out our garrison. But they only occupied both of these regions. Not that it really mattered, because as I said in the last episode, there's not really anything in Khazad Dum that we particularly, or in Khazad Dum West that we particularly needed to keep. There was just a culture building, and that was kind of it. Relations worsened. Oh, it's a good thing I had that break since the last episode, because I just remembered the awful betrayal. You see them coming and there's nothing you can... It's like watching a car crash in slow motion almost. But here in Barrage, I don't really want to get anything here, to be honest, until it grows again. And even crop rotation, I'd rather not even spend that money. And Erinam we're just waiting for that to grow as well. I'm not going to get catapult building because I don't particularly like siege, although it could be quite useful. But I think that I don't tend to assault walls in this mod because the towers are just stupendously overpowered. It's quite nice playing. It was quite nice playing DCI Alliance or Last Alliance because in that they're kind of weak and pathetic, which makes assaulting cities far easier. And I should imagine actually defending cities far more difficult. But I do have to be a little careful on what I actually spend our money on because we don't have very much at all. And right now it's kind of going all into troop maintenance. Bruinost, there's no point really getting... Oh no, it is actually 27% Elven. And it's nice to see Elrond doing bits over there because hopefully he can handle that border so we don't have to even bother. That would be grand. I'll tell you what, actually, no, get that. And then, so we can actually then, get troops over here. That would be really fantastic. And then just get land clearance there. Why not? And we've already moved our units over here. Now, what would be good is actually getting a tower, perhaps, right there. Or maybe even there. I don't want to get too close and then not be able to make it back. But now at least we can see what's coming in this gap, which is highly useful. And next turn we'll take Khazad Dum West. Admittedly, this isn't a fantastic army against Dunland. I mean, it's not a poor one. But to be honest, they don't have mad amounts of armor. Although I say that, actually, it looks like pretty much across the board... well, obviously, a lot of this is just their militia, but if you look at, like, Wolf Swordsman, a decent chunk of that total defense is actually in armor, so armor piercing will do quite well against all of that. So, and cavalry is going to do nothing in there, and we just don't have too many archers, but we do have very good archers for what we do have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 archers, and actually, we've even got some javelin men. So I'd say this is a pretty decent setup. We don't have much of a front line. We've just got like, well, yeah, it's a nifty little army, and then we can have some more troops over here, and we'd really need some infantry over here. But once again, I'm not going to show this. I don't think. And they didn't even fancy it. They weren't even fans of it. How should we proceed? I think what we should do is take out these small forces. So what I'm going to do is... Oh, that's really quite annoying, isn't it? Do we have Night Attacker? We do not have Night Attacker. So if we attack that, we'll attack this as well. And they've got so much cavalry that we're going to take a load of cavalry charges onto our archers. And as of right now, we can't recruit any units over here, so I'm just going to go back into the settlement. If they decide to siege us, perhaps they'll get into a cohesive force and then they'll come at us. But for now, I'm out. And, oh, God's sake. Well, that unit of cavalry is dead. Where did they come from? That's quite perplexing. They must have been besieging us in the last turn. But then you guys come down here, and you also. We'll get these guys in to the settlement here to retrain, because we do actually want that armor. So who can leave? You can leave. You can leave. You, and you. Get yourselves down to the front line. The attack shall come swiftly. Now I'm thinking, do we take Lim here? We could take Lim here and then give it back to Lothlorien, or we could alternatively just take Rockburg over here and Tirith Anduin, and then kind of hope that Lothlorien with these two armies know that they can go and, you know, take that city themselves, so we don't need to hold their hand. And then I'm thinking kind of come down this stretch here, or rather to this city over here, Entwade. That will get us to border Mordor here, but I don't think they're going to attack us because their hands will be full with Dorwinion. And then, of course, that makes sure that no one is going to come and attack Dantalad, because there is a land border here, which is proven by the fact that we are currently trading by land to Tirith Anduin, as you can see there. So they can definitely just plod across there and attack us, and we obviously have no one there. So we'll want to take this region and then this region, and then we'll probably only get to Rockburg before we meet a lot of resistance, because Isengard will kind of probably have quite a few armies over here, and of course they've got a few here, so we'll have to take a couple of armies before we even get down to here. But it would be good to get down to Edoras, kind of immediately come down here, or perhaps, I don't know, I'm trying to think of grand maneuver, like this isn't Blitzkrieg, although that is kind of what this is like. You want to immediately take them out and take out recruitment capacity and take out armies. But I don't think there's anything else you can really do. I'd rather not actually recruit any more armies for what it's worth. But let's put those in anyway. And do you know what? Let's send you all on your way over here as well. This is costing us a lot of money. A lot of money. In fact, we've reached our capacity, I think, for troops. Finobel has been besieged. That's Harad's capital down in the south, and of course they are in quite the sandwich between basically all the belligerents down there. So they're doing very poorly. We've got some roads in Erin Dunland, and we are out of money, so I don't know quite why I'm scouting around like that. Oh, but Rakibo became a city. That's good. Looking very nice and elven. And of course now we do have some recruitment capability in Austin Athil now. Okay, so I think Thranduil should be the commander of the army, and then we'll only take units that are at full strength. We're going to be a bit snobby about that. Well, there is a stack. We do actually have a stack here, which is... I didn't think we would have one, but it's pretty decent. We've got some real elites. We do have a bit of a front line. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish, maybe 6 units in a front line. We've got a lot of archers, including our real killers here. I can't wait to show these guys, if I could just get the cursor out of the way. I can't wait to show these off in action, because they are a lot of fun to play with. And actually Legolas used to have them as his bodyguard, which made him incredibly overpowered, to be honest. But he wasn't very good once the arrows were out. Now, it's quite sad that we can't really ambush anywhere here. I'll tell you what, why don't we... I wouldn't mind a defensive battle, though. A defensive battle would be quite nice, maybe somewhere on a hillside. Or let's just move to there, and we might see an opportunity to take... Or we might be able to sneak in and take Frostlands, who knows. That could be an option. However, the first port of call is, and this is kind of like a Tolakan, by the way, because vengeance is coming swiftly, and we are about to go in and take Khazad Dum West one more time. I feel like this is a bit of deja vu. We've been here before, but let's have a look at what they've got then. So they've got some Beast Slayers, pretty decent missile units, 5 missile attack. I think they whip out... Oh no, they whip out a sword or a spear and a shield now. They used to be pikemen. They're pretty decent, but the AI hopefully won't be able to use them. 514 cavalry, pretty awful. It's the Eisenmach Axemen that we need to look out for, and of course the Wolves Pikes. And other than that, it's all pretty meager stuff here. So let's go in and... We've got absolutely no command. Infamous amongst the men because he lost a battle of wits to a one-legged... Well, let's see if we can improve.
Wipe the blight from this land.
Can I just go on record and say I'm not the biggest fan of this battle map at all. And these crafty baggers are coming at us already. So I'll tell you what, we're better in melee, right? So let's go and prove it. So we're just going to go down the flanks here. We've only got our woodland scout shooting here currently. But what are they doing? This is bizarre. So let's just go in and charge at them, guys. And our real arch force is back here, of course. But I've got them in reserve. Well, they've come out with some cavalry, which is fine, I guess. I mean, we have our woodland wardens over there. They are actually pretty decent against cavalry. And they've got the Isengard axes over there. Let's kind of try and flank. We are kind of obviously outnumbered across the board. Although these clan axemen aren't going to be particularly good. So we just need to make sure that we particularly fire at the pikemen. They're going to be a key force here. What's going on over here? Yeah, we're okay over there. What other forces do we have, or is this it? Oh, wow. Okay, this is actually all that we have. We are most assuredly losing, actually, over here to this vast horde of their elites, really. So I think, well, we've got our spearmen over here, or like javelin spearmen. I mean, it's a bit of a waste throwing them at the Dunlanding horsemen, to be honest, but we may as well throw them at something that we can. So let's have a look at these fellas in action. In they go. I mean, they're going to absolutely annihilate. I mean, they're yeah, as I say, it's a bit of a waste to throw an armor-piercing javelin against something that has absolutely no armor to pierce. But over here, we're taking a good chunk of them down. I think we're up against some... Yeah, we're up against pikes over here. So I'll tell you what, let's move over here. And then that way, if they want to remain in that formation, they can. And we've almost expended all of our ammunition from our woodland scouts. But, yeah, I don't like this battle map. For archers, it's not very good. Oh, but we have taken down their captain. So that's good news. Hopefully they'll run away. And hopefully at that point we'll actually have some ammunition still left over. Now, what do they have in reserve? It's a lot of not horse archers, but just horses. And so for that reason, perhaps it's best if we just conserve some ammunition. Oh, we absolutely... Look at that! That was all us! We took him out. But of course... Our axemen have taken quite a hit. I mean, they'll take a bit of a hit because their defense isn't amazing, and they're up against armor piercing as well. So that's taking 5 off of that. However, you know, they'll also be killing a hell of a lot of them. So it is quite well, it's not the best trade, but let's just get in on these. We need to basically kill off these pikes, really. We're going to use our archers actually in melee as well. They're not amazing, but they'll do for what we need them to do. And, okay, now let's start maneuvering our remaining archers into positions where we can actually shoot into the rear of some of these. So let's just send in our woodland scouts against those pesky beast slayers there, because they're still picking off some of our forces. So we can move our archers around to shoot them in the rear. Then over here we've got some... Oh, we've got some war chanters. But more pertinently, let's shoot these wolf's pikes right there. We've got a nice clean line of sight. And we've got some axemen here that are ready. And of course our general is over here shooting these pikes then. Hopefully, I think. Or he's meant to be anyway. We've got some... fighting to the death there. We'll give these guys a bit of a breather, and we've won over here. That's good to see. Don't charge in there just yet. Well, they have come out of their town square. We're kind of fighting them just there. Oh, but we've got some pikemen here. Get them, get them, get them. And javelin men kind of come out so we can actually use some of those that ammunition that you've got. And over here we're shooting these fellas in the side, and we just kind of crowd around the pikemen to kind of make them rout as they did there, because sometimes you just gotta pile in all the numbers that you've got. Our general is once again caught up in melee here. Our awful general with no command. So we've got some. Oh, well, they're bringing out even more swordsmen there. That's not fantastic. So, do we have some? Oh, we've got some swordsmen over here that can come in, and perhaps maybe some woodland warriors. Let's just bring them in against these fellas over here. And oh, they've still got some Eisenach axes there. And these 46 are basically going to be our bodyguard. You guys get in over there. Both of you actually just get there before our general dies, and then we're not probably going to see a rout. But let's just charge in the rear here, and you guys as well, just get involved. It's quite difficult to see with this lighting unless you're very close, because we look quite similar. They've got a lot of grey, we've got a lot of like green and brown and grey, to be honest, so it is quite difficult to see what is actually going on. Well, they're ready there, so they're not actually fighting anyone, so let's just shoot them, shoot them, shoot them. We've got a fair chunk of routing. I think they've all basically routed. So all there, I believe, will be left to do is just to kind of line up all of our missile infantry kind of like there, and then we'll shoot them in the town square, and that'll probably be it. I don't think they've got anything in reserve. No, they haven't. I think we've killed them all. Yep, 97%. So we'll get them into a nice line. Oh my word, it finally is over. We lost 335. That is quite a lot. But look at all those healing, the healing done. That's quite good. Everyone getting pretty much 200 kills apiece. Who got the most? 261 Mithril war, although they did lose the most as well. I mean, they lost pretty much the whole unit, although they didn't then heal as well. But I think that is it. Who got the next most? Pretty decent. And we get Khazad Dum back. Let's see what the damage is. Probably nothing really. I'm just going to occupy. And of course the mines are still there. I don't think we actually lost anything. Of course the Bladesmiths Guild is still there. And to be honest, mainly what we got there is the return of the trading route. I think we'll probably see a slight increase in that. Of course, now we actually get some money for next turn. And now this is our land. And you guys can go back over there, and then you're going to get retrained. Now, what do we have left? I think I'm just going to merge these axemen, to be honest. And
Elven warriors.
Because I can't be bothered to send them back to retrain. And 57 of you, you're going to stay there. And everyone else is going to move on. And actually 28 as well. I lied. So you guys, you're going to come down here. You're going to link up with Legolas. And we're kind of going to disperse some of this infantry, although we have absolutely none.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah, this isn't really ideal.
Come and get me, you.
I don't know quite what to do. Should I split this army up and then kind of... We could go like... Because of course we don't need the whole army. And to be honest, the towers will probably do a decent amount. I could just leave a bunch of woodland scouts in there, and that would probably be decent. But I'd rather come down here and take... I'd come and attack this army here, but then they'd want to actually fight, whereas I just want to move them out of the way so I could come down here and take Byrig. So perhaps, in fact, rather than coming over here, this army should just come down here and take Byrig. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Because our army isn't very well suited to fighting against a bunch of... well, they do tend to have pretty decent, like, shock cavalry, so... yeah, we'll take heavy losses on Woodland Scouts. But let's have a look then. What else can we do? Well, absolutely, we can organize our forces here. Actually, we do need to retrain those before they go. Anyway, Sith Pantheon, you're going to come onto this bridge right there, and we're going to build up a bit of an army for you. Right, I think that's pretty good. Oh, I'm not even clicking on it. But here we go. So we've got a bit of a front line. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 units kind of on the front line. We've got 3 decent archers, and we've got the generals, and then 1 unit of cavalry. Because I'm not expecting them to have a whole lot down here. The main bulk of their forces will be coming here. So to do that, we'll take... well, we'll put what's your name again? Valdaglerion. You're going to come out, I guess you're going to come out this way. But for your army, you're going to... I'll come there so we can actually get some units. So pop them in, and then we'll probably take all of them.
Yes, my lord.
And then we'll take these elites as well. And then, but I'm just going to leave them in there for now. We'll move the ballista. Just so we don't actually go bankrupt immediately. So next turn you'll get some more from these guys. Perhaps actually 1 unit of you could go there, because we don't need too much cavalry, to be honest. So the better army is going that way, and then a decent army is going this way. And then hopefully they'll link up somewhere down the road. Of course, then Thranduil is coming. He's going to come with the reinforcements, I guess. So we've got some more here. You fellas walk along the road down there, and you guys come down there. And I think, oh, we've got more over here. We've got so many forces now. It does look like Dorwinion are perhaps about to lose Gelebrin. This spy I don't think is particularly needed here anymore. I think we only need 1 really in this region. So how about you, Erudagrian? He's actually our original spy. You're going to come down here and have a look what's going on with Isengard. And hopefully Lothlorien can actually defeat that army and move out and take that. Or they will once we actually move on. But I think that is it for this turn. Yes, so let's see what happens. And Finabel has been overrun. So Harad have basically been beaten by whoever, or everyone, basically, since that's who they were at war with. Land clearance up here, that's quite good, although not entirely useful. Although Path Cymru did get that blacksmith, so I'm immediately going to get the next tier, so we're going to get that while we can. And you guys all just get in there, and we've still got another turn anyway on the Hinidaur. So it's not really, we're not really losing a whole lot of time. But I think, also over the end turn, High March Warden Veruan and Arbel Lasson, quite the mouthfuls. They were actually able to defeat those forces over there. And there is quite a force of Dunland here as well. I tell you what, let's just attack that. And we can take these folks out of here. And let's just take out this force. Although that's quite... I mean, they're going to do some damage. Although they've got 1, 2, 3 units of cavalry. And we've got 1. And obviously they've got the ballista as well. But we're going to go on in there. We need to mop these up.
Fight to the end. Be quick.
So here we are then. It's a direct one-on-one here. And we can actually already fire. That's quite good. Are we on? Oh, we're going to have a bunch that are skirmishing as well. That's annoying. Oh my god. Jeez, there we go. And hopefully our cavalry can take out not just their cavalry. But do we actually have skilled against like all mounts with these guys? Oh, okay, we do. So skilled against horses as well. Oh, they've got some over here. Although I'm pretty sure they do too. Yes, they do. So we're just going to go through here and then try and take out those ballistas while their cavalry don't notice. Although equally, if they're happy just to... Oh, no, we're charging in. We can't be taking losses, really. Because we can't actually recruit anything. Oh, and they hit the most expensive one. Look at that. Oh my word. I hate Dunland so much. I hate you. I hate you all. You're all going to die. We have at least taken out the ballista, I think, although there's still 4 crew left. So we do need to make sure that they get shot. Although we are getting charged down by a bunch of annoying infantry. I have just left our archers on fire at will. Because I don't think they need to be babysat. Although, so I'm just basically micromanaging these horse archers, trying to get them to shoot vaguely the right target. I don't think they've got a whole lot here to be worried about. We've actually taken out all of their cavalry on the other side. And, because we do have all these... Oh, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt. Ow. 127 before. They took out like 10 with only 12 men in that unit. But we're going to come on in and we're going to surely take them out here. We literally killed only 1 in that charge and we even took casualties. So not ideal. Come off defensive mode, at least maybe try and fight back. Maybe just shoot the Dunlending berserkers over there. And do we still have javelins on these guys? Oh no, we don't. Okay, so now let's just charge on in. There's nothing else here to do. And whatever we're actually shooting, please stop and just go and fight these guys. just go kill them. Now I am fighting this incorrectly, I guess, because I'm basically being lazy at this point. Because I usually, even like battles like this, like mop-up battles, one where you just got dregs, they really are quite dull to me. We only lost 62 anyway, and we took out how many of them? 576. It's important to note that all you can do is just keep on winning. And as long as you win every battle, then hopefully we'll be able to stem the tide of these filthy wild men. And we will absolutely destroy all of their civilization. And yeah, we'll also keep chill. So, but I think rather than, you know, waiting, as I said, for perfection, how about we just... I can't remember where the town is. Let's just follow the road to there. Like the wind. And there. Oh, there it is. Oh, look at that. There's like no one within sight. Like the wind. And obviously now they've noticed, but you know, they're already attacking our allies. So we're just going to get to, well actually no, get 3 rams. How much do they have in there? They've only got 3 units. So if we get like a triple-pronged assault, they can't actually man every single tower, obviously, and the towers are the only things that we have to worry about. Well, yeah, let's try and... oh, those guys, they're also coming along, although they're not going to be particularly useful in siege. So then, those guys, let's form up over here. We're likely going to be getting attacked now. Although I don't really want to go in the red, but we're going to have to. So you all go in there, and then you all go in that army. That's quite a juicy army there. And to be honest, do you want to go as well? You're not really doing... How much money do we get from keeping you in there? Well, actually, quite a lot.
Come, my brothers.
Yeah, you're going then on your own. Congratulations, random guy. Although he does have the healer trait, so that is very useful. And
yes, my lord.
Oh dear, we're going to be losing money from now. So we can't be training any more troops for quite a while. And to be honest, you guys may as well go over there and yeah, you can probably just latch on to another unit over here somewhere. Now, I'm hoping that we actually get besieged over here, so then we can take out another army, because that's only the way I'm really comfortable at doing. Oh! I'm gonna stick you. This is good. This though is bad. Oh dear! Look at that. They've somehow managed to get 2 stacks over here, and they've got a bunch of siege, which is really annoying because I really hate fighting against siege. But we are going to attack this force here. Let's have a look at what they've got. Black Shield Warband, they've got Black Shield Warriors as well. They've got some archers, but nothing too crazy. They do have some hillmen, units borrowed from Angmar. They're like a Rudaur unit. But we're going to be fighting that next episode. So thank you very much for watching. Like it if you liked it. Comment if what you want, really. You can flame me in the comments by saying like, oh, why don't I take out those armies of Dunland around Ostenethil or something like that. I don't know. Or how have I managed to get myself into such a pickle that I'm having to go up against so many different factions all at one time. And look at that. Wait, hang on. Before I go. Military ranking with Isengard. We are far below them. We haven't even got half of what they've got. Production as a nosedive. Territorially, we're about the same. Financially, they're better. They're just better in every way. But anyway, I am going with Gandalf. Good day.